Hey everybody, it's Aaronator here, and we got our 33rd episode of our Detroit Red Wings GM mode commentary here on the PS4. And in the last episode, guys, we went and did the NHL entry draft of the 2019-2020 season. You know what? That was not on my head. I just looked up to the near the top left, and it just showed me, and I learned from what's around me. Learn from my surroundings. That was really random and really unnecessary. Let's get started. So, anyways, guys, like I said, we did the draft. I'm just gonna let you know you guys should go check it out. We made another good amount. We made a good amount, not as much as last year, but we made a good amount of we made a good enough amount of picks that ended up being pretty well. So you know what? I will show you those right now. We got this one guy who I really do like. His name is, what was it? It started with a K. Shoot. Oh, no, because we signed him. Let's see. He was over here. He was down here somewhere. Defenseman. We drafted him, and his name was, wow, what the heck? Why is it not here? I can't find it. It was Klimchuk. So, medium top 4, basically 4 yellow stars. You look at those overall stats, that's pretty nice for a 79 overall. So, he's got really good all-around stats. And his poise is 74, so, I mean, you can't complain compared to other ones. Let's see, Viking stats, not doing too great, but he should hopefully be back up. I mean, look at that. His offensive stats are, like, average at 76 overall with morale down. Watch him get back up there. It'll be really nice. Hopefully he does, at least. If he doesn't, we do have Klimchuk, and we do have a couple other defensemen that are coming up, and we may make some signings. Guys, in the last episode, I did ask you what you think we should do for free agency, and I got some comments on fours, and I looked at our forward core. We're really solid. Detroit Red Wing realist, that's who it was. He said that Svechnikov should be playing in the position that suits him. The thing is, we actually have, I believe, 2 first-liners, which are Ben and Thomas Tatar, and then you have about 5 other second-liners, which Little, Larkin, Yurko, Mantha, and Svechnikov. So there's those 5 guys along with the other ones. So we'll probably put either Svechnikov or Mantha down on the third line. Whoever's getting the most time on the second line, basically, or whoever's working out, we want to give them less time on special teams. But the person who's going to be on the third line, you want to give them more time. So then that way they can get around that second line time. So if not, worst comes to worst, we may have to trade one of them. But you know what? I really don't think that should be a problem. So we're just going to get started here in free agency. There's a lot of things I want to do. First, I want to get an emergency goalie, so a guy who can come in the playoffs for backup or even start if we need to. So I was looking at Anders Lindback. That could be a very nice pick. He poise is 75. Let's look at a guy with good poise. Do we have Ramo here? He's 78. That may be a bit better. Pavelek is 80, and Jake Allen is 75. Okay, so I'm actually going to sort by poise. I want to see if there's any goalies that are decent overall that maybe the poise might help during the playoffs. Wow, there's nothing. Okay, well, you know what? That's okay. I just, you know what? Let's go. We'll sign Anders Lim back. Does he want a 2-way deal? He does not. You know what? I did see someone earlier, and he's been playing well recently, so you know what? Why not? Matt Murray, give you a 1-year contract, come in just when we need you to. So defensemen, we don't really need too many defensemen, but there's a couple guys that I've been interested in. There's this one guy, Sklenica, who's an RFA, solid defensively, but durability is a bit down there. Same with Poise is 77, so it's okay. He was interesting, but I'm not sure if I'm going to get him. Girardi, I like this guy because obviously solid defensively. The durability is 88, so he shouldn't get injured, hopefully. And poise is 85. Sorry for the get out there, guys. It was just so immediate and random, and I needed to answer that. So, Girardi, yeah. So, poise 85. That could be an interesting pick. I think there was one other guy I was interested in. You know what? I need to sort by defensive awareness. That's what I did. And I was just looking, like, these guys can just come if it gets worse to worse. And I really want to stack up for the playoffs, our last playoff run. Hopefully we make the playoffs, but defensive awareness. I sorted by it, and there's this Gustav Forsling, 77 overall. He's a two-way defender. He could come in handy possibly. He was drafted by the Canucks. The only thing is, obviously the the one thing you don't gotta like about him is durability is at 75. So you know what? I'm gonna pass on him. I think the best thing to go for right now at this point is Girardi. There was one other guy, and I just realized right now who he was. If we look at role, you can see some of these top 6 defensemen are lower rated. There's one guy who was lower rated. Oh, here's one. Scandella wouldn't be bad. That definitely wouldn't be bad. There's one other guy. Hamonic. That's who I was looking at. So his defensive stats are going to be really helpful. And you know what? I really just want to sign him now because I think he might be a bit better than a guy like Girardi. So we'll sign him to a 1-year deal, and we'll give him what he wants. We'll give him 1.8 for 1 year. We're just gonna do a bunch of 1-year contracts. This gives an option for the next GM to come in, because this is gonna be my last year, guys. So again, more depth is what we need. Ryan Callahan, 35 years old, poise 85, durability, physical. Defense isn't too much up there. He's okay offensively. He could come in. He could play 1 year at 1.2 million. That could be nice if we need him to come in, obviously. Nicholas Jensen, 79 overall. You know, might as well do it for Nathan. Sure, we'll give him. He wants a one-way deal. Why the heck would you want that? Okay, I'm gonna pass on that. There's a couple guys I wanted to sign. There's Bozen. This guy was interesting to me, and I looked at his point stats. 58 points plus 7. This guy almost 20 goals sometimes each year. So this could be a really nice depth pick, especially if we get injuries. I know he's an RFA, but this could be worth it. I gotta figure that out in a bit. Marchand. He's got the poise at 86. I don't mind him. His discipline is 70. Let's see how he did last year. His points have been downgrading. I'm assuming on the third line he'd get around 30 points. He could be a minus player, getting some penalties. So I'm not sure if I want that. And defensively, he's not stellar, and he's just gonna drop. So we'll pass on him. There's a couple other guys, obviously. I really did pre-scout free agency a lot. I just gotta find them a lot. Anyways. Okay, Slepyshev. What are you all about? That's not bad, but we don't need that. Okay, so I'll have to look into Bozen in a bit. Centers. So there's a couple centers I wouldn't mind getting for depth. Bonino. This guy brings a bit of offense, a bit of defense, poise, durabilities. Also Kokolekachev. That's what Superman says. Defensive awareness is pretty nice. This guy is considered to be second liner, so obviously all of his stats will go up. So basically, he didn't get the time that he wanted. And I guess he's sort of looking for a bridge. Yeah, he's looking for a bridge. He hasn't been playing that much anyways. So, I mean, if you look at his stats, the max he got in the NHL was 37 points. So, you know what? It's not a bad thing to put him on our third line. If we give him a 1-year deal, you give him 1 year for, I'm okay with $2 million. That really could help. Bonino, it's another two-way forward, and we need more offense. Spezza, Kokolekachev probably fills in for what Spezza brought. But, yeah, I didn't want to bring anybody in for extra depth or anything. I didn't want to bring any big names in because that wasn't necessary. I was looking at this Matthew Pekka guy. It could be nice for the AHL. Does he want one way? You know what? I'm going to pass. I also saw Freddie Hamilton. Let's see. Defensive awareness 85, shot blocking 88. Could be a nice depth penalty killer if we need him. Another depth center. Is there anybody else? I think there's a couple guys. Just looking around. Big free agency for us, guys. This is major. Desharnais, he's a fourth liner. What does he bring? It's okay. You know what? Let's check out Beagle. You know what? Let's bring in Hamilton because he brings a more defensive mindset. And 1 million, I'm okay with that because he deserves it. He's a more defensive player. So I think that should be it, guys. Defense, did we look at that? Did we get a defenseman? Yeah, Hamonic. That was who it was. Okay, and the last one is Bozen. So we got to check on Bozen, and we'll see. I don't mind giving up a second and or a third. No more first-round picks. I will not trade a first-round pick, and it has to be kept for the next GM. Got to let him work with something. Power Sports, morale. What am I looking for? I'm looking for managed budget. That's it. And offer sheet compensation. There you go. So 2.2 second round pick. If we can get I think be 2.275, and we can get a third round pick only just to give that up. I don't know if we have our third round pick. If we don't, then it'll let us know. I'm pretty sure. So, yeah. Let's go left. Yeah, there you go. Bozen. So we'll try 2 years at 2.75. Will it? 3 years, 2 years. We'll go 2 years, maybe 3 years. Yeah, we have a third round pick. Okay, so we just got to see if that works out. That should be all for free agency. A lot of more depth at offense, defense. We have a lot of young guys as well. So, and with Hamonic coming in, I think we really should be set. Let's see, who is it that we get? Kokolekchev, Hamonic. That's great. Callahan, Kokolekchev. Bozen, he's not sure about that. Hamilton, Sandy Ott, I remember that guy, the young Ott coming in. Matt Murray, there you go. Okay, anybody else? I think that's pretty much it, I guess. Player meetings, let's check this out. Kokolekchev, 85. Not being on a team was weird. I had my eye on you for a while because it's going to be positive and we want them to start out well. So if you look at Hamonic, he's only an 82 overall, but where is he? I just got to double check that. I wanted to see his defense. It should be a bit higher. It should be a lot higher, actually. Yeah, defense, you look at that, and physically, he has dropped off a lot, actually. Skating's the one issue, but I mean, he's definitely a solid guy to put in there defensively and physically. So that'll help out our team. And in our goalies, I think what was the one last guy we were going to look at getting was left wings Bozen, so he didn't want that. We'll try 3 years, 2.275. We'll try that, and if that doesn't work, I may consider giving up a second round pick, because if he's a third liner getting that kind of offense, that could really help. This week and Bozen, that shot and that like playmaking skills. Okay, so he doesn't like that. Yeah, I think we have a second round pick, and I think it might be worth it to give it up to get this guy, because this guy really could be solid. So we'll do 1 year at $3 million that way, and then second round pick. Yep, sure, and he should accept. And this will really help our offense. We can be a very strong offense team, and then defense we should be pretty solid as well. Okay, so he's agreed to that, and we just need to see if Montreal matches, which is possible, but I think, yeah, it shouldn't, and they'll take the second round pick, so that's okay, and we'll get Bozen. That's very nice, very nice, very nice. 94 offense, see, and then guys like Little can grow, and we could have a 95, like, we could have a really nice offense. Because of that depth, it's going to help us. I don't think it's going to be that high. It may actually drop. I'm not sure, but, yeah, that should be it. I think we're pretty set for next year. We got a couple. We got depth at each position. We didn't really need those high players. The one actually thing I was considering was a defenseman, which we can consider later on, especially if we're letting in a lot of goals, and or a better backup, depending on if Heljenko if he's ready for that position at backup. If he's not, then we can move him down. We can try Murray. We can trade for a goalie. We can do a lot of things, so, and we got a lot of assets, so it should help. There you go. So I'm going to get some of the season done. I will do roster moves and all that, so I will sort of pause it basically for now, guys, and then I'll see ya in a bit. Okay, guys, we are back, and we finally are gonna be ready for this next season. Let me show you the lines. So, anyways. So, yeah, I know. It looks amazing. Oh, wait, did I forget to mention? Little's an 88. That is, oh my gosh, it's crazy. he's progressed. I'm almost tempted to make him a sniper because that's really what he is. The only thing this is again, another one of the things I hate. Look at the defensive stats, look at the offensive stats, look at their defensive and offensive awarenesses. They're nowhere near. I think if you have an offensive awareness or defensive awareness, you should have another stat. No, okay, that's a bad example. Svechnikov. Look at this. Insane shot, insane skater, and then all of his offensive stats are great, especially passing. Offensive awareness is a bit less. Like, what's the point of that? Defensive awareness, 87. But guess what? His defensive stats suck. Like, why is it that way? I wish EA would fix it so then they're more well-rounded. Just like guys like Thomas Tatar. Like, that's better. It's way better. It bugs me. But yeah, and then our defense. So we got DeKaiser, Nimalainen, Zadorov, and Hamonic. I'm not sure. I might want to do Zadorov instead right there. But we can do a couple things, especially on defense, because we got there's Callahan. He's going to be our extra guy. We may need to switch that up, though. He's going to be dropping probably. Billy Exelby, he's become a top 6 defenseman since the time he drafted him a couple years ago. He was their 16th overall pick. He was only 3.5 yellow stars, but he, like his stats, what the heck is his strength doing at 99 with all of his other things? Like, no sense. Defensive, offensively passing, it works. This guy is a possible trading asset. Definitely, I think. Another guy that I wouldn't mind. This is why I sort of don't want to start. Oh, and by the way, no. I just got to keep on admiring this. This guy's top 9, Ott. You get to play him with Steve Ott. Look at the defense. They're already in the 80s. Physically, some are in the 80s. Face-off, 75. Like, this guy, oh my gosh. I want to continue the GM mode just to see how he takes over from Steve Ott. Like, that, it's crazy. It's just amazing. Ott, you're going to go there. Antilla, yeah, you're going to go there. There's all the lines. Defense, you look, there's Viking stats, so we should probably bring him back up. I'd like to put him with Hamonic. That might be a good pairing, especially Nemelainen. Like, we got a lot of defensemen, so those could be our defensemen. The one thing I did want to actually double check, okay, there's our goalies, the Miners, and I will show you the goalies. Oh my gosh, guys. Haljenko's an 86. 86 overall. It's all his reflexes. You look at his athletic, and it's like horrible. But I mean, when he grows, the athletics will be in, like, the athletic category will be in the medium 80s, hopefully, and he'll be a 90 overall with insane reflexes and pretty solid puck control. So he's way less rounded. That's why Mrazek's got the extra overall. He doesn't have the insane reflexes, but he does have much more athleticism in the net. So I'm interested to see how Haljenko does. But, I mean, he's considered a starter. So, I mean, it's going to be tough. He could get the starting job going to the playoffs if he deserves it. But, yeah, there's one thing. Turgeon is considered a depth forward. But his defensive awareness and offensive awareness, again, much lower than usual. He just has a hard shot and is a good skater. And morale, he's basically an 82 right now. So, maybe even 81. So, he's not necessarily as solid. Korostelov, definitely a trading asset. Turgeon is a trading asset, but he is now 4 yellow stars, I just realized. So, Turgeon we could keep. I actually wouldn't mind bringing him up now that I just realized his potential. Wow. Korostelov is definitely someone I wouldn't mind trading. Bertuzzi is a guy I'd bring up for depth. I really do like him. He's a solid player, but offensively, but defense, he can make up. He can make up for it. So, yeah, that should be pretty much it. Oh my gosh, Freddie Hamilton moved much more or less in the defensive category, and now he's less. So I'm kind of sad now because you know what? I kind of figured it's Freddie Hamilton. So I mean, what are you gonna do? Yeah. The one thing, yeah. So you might have not seen Klimchuk on defense. That's because when I tried to bring him up and then sending him back down, he's actually in the CHL, but he's considered a top 6 defenseman. So what I'm gonna do is I'd like to sim some of the season. I'm not sure. I might only do about 5-10 games because I really wanted to get some simming done in this episode. But he's really solid all around. I really like Klimchuk. I wish that he moved to Elite and then we could have our top 2 pairing for the future. I mean, I'm still loving Sproul though, but yeah, I mean, Klimchuk looks really solid. He's definitely the guy to replace DeKaiser, at least in the future, hopefully. But he's really well-rounded. I think I'm going to call him up. He's supposed to be in the CHL. I'm going to call him up, though. He's going to play in the AHL, or in the NHL for now. Viking stat, I'm going to keep him in the AHL just for now. I think his morale can and will go up, but we'll have to figure it out. So you guys let me know. I'm also tempted to trade a guy like XOB. Our defensive defenseman Hamonic and Zadorov I want to keep. Nemelainen is a possibility. He hasn't really grown. He was a minus 19 last year, and his stats are all over the board as well. But I do like him. He's a solid player, and he's best friends with Larkin, so we don't want Larkin to be sad. But I just love this top two. It's 87 and 88, but again, they both play like 90s. Guys with depth and forwards, goalies, all that, I think this is our year. I have to say it. But anyways, Callahan, he's considered an NHL fourth liner. I was just thinking of that. So maybe we want to bring up one of these guys instead of Callahan. Callahan can play in the minors that way. Bertuzzi. You know what? No, I'll keep Callahan. So Turgeon will play in the AHL for now. We can definitely call him up during the season. Let me know, guys, what you think about the lines. I'll show them to you quickly one more time. So there's our offense. I really do like this first line. It's just, oh gosh. I decided these guys are considered second liners as well. But Kokolektrichev is not getting time on the power play, and I would rather have Larkin than Kokolektrichev. So, Alex is gonna be I think I might eventually make Larkin a playmaker actually, or Little a playmaker. I would actually probably rather give it to Ben, but I would eventually want to move Larkin up to the second line instead, especially if he starts complaining, because I like Larkin a lot more than Kokolektrichev, and this guy Alex, I gotta just call him Alex. He's more of a two-way third liner. I would really like him to be. So we got him for 1 year at $2 million. I really do think that we could do that. We could also just make Larkin a playmaker and do it like that. But you guys can let me know what you guys think. And yeah, but I think this can be a nasty third line. They're going to be getting tons of offense. Oh my gosh. And that fourth line you saw, Salonen, Ness this week. Yeah, Ness this week is getting penalty kill time. I moved a couple things, and I should show you them. You know what? You guys want to see the season, but I'm going to quickly show you. Just make sure you want to pause it if you want to check out the lines. So you see Svechnikov's on the point there. Bozen's getting the top line time because his offensive stats, they're literally mimicked with Spez's, but the only thing is offensive awareness. Again, insane offensive stats, insane offensive shot, but offensive awareness, 84. I mean, at least his slap shot accuracy and deking are 84, but still, like, it don't make sense to me. Next week, Glendening, Larkin, and Little, all that stuff. You got the defense here, and then extras 4-on-4. I didn't actually check this stuff, but that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. Defense, Zadorov can play there. That's okay. He is the better defenseman. Tatar and Kokolektrichev, that's okay. And there's your centers. But I'm going to actually put Ben on here because he can. Guys, I'm actually tempted. Should we make him center? Because, I mean, he's 81 overall, and that could really be helpful. So you guys can let me know what you think about that. And those are the lines there. I can actually switch these back to what they're supposed to be. There you go. And extra attacker and shootout. I'm actually going to... I'm going to put on, what's his name? Sproul, because he's more offensive, and I'd rather do that. So goalies, there's Heljenko, scratched. You guys can let me know. Do you think we should send down Klimchuk for the CHL? Should we send down XOB? I mean, it is morale a bit, so he could still be 81. So should we even trade him? Like, let me know what you guys think. Callahan, all that good stuff. AHL, defense. I'm not going to show you on the power play, don't worry. Goalies, should we bring up Viking stat? And there you go. That should be it. And I just realized Matt Murray's our backup in the AHL, so technically, even if we did call him up, we'd probably call out Lots instead. But whatever, it doesn't matter. It's all good. So that's it. We're going to start the season. We're going to do the preseason. I know it's becoming a long video, guys, but you know what? We're just going to, we'll do 5 games of the season. So Klimchuk will be in for the first bit, but we will have a chance to send him down. So you guys can let me know what you think. I've seen people just leave this. I'm going to be honest. And this way, our team does better. scouting for the next GM. So A minus is over here. So I'm gonna scout. What do we need? Let's go forwards because we don't have Jamie Benn and all those guys forever. But we'll just do 6 weeks. That way it just gets it done. We might do the draft in the last episode just for fun. Let's see wins. There you go. I mean, we're winning games, and now teams are starting to put in their rosters. So Ottawa, they were 6-0, and we beat them, so we're 6-1. 6-1 in the preseason. Does that mean that we're gonna have a bad regular season or a good regular season? We'll have to see. Yeah, you know what? We'll skip the first month. Hopefully, no one's mad. Okay, we won 2-1 at Dallas in Florida. Oh my gosh, we have 3 away games to start. And we come out being 2-1, the last win being in overtime against Boston. We beat Winnipeg, so we're 3-1. That's very nice. Grand Rapids Griffins not getting off to a great start. They're 2-2. And we are off to a 4-1 start. That's very nice. We beat Pittsburgh 2-1, a game against Montreal. We got something here. Morale. People are not going to be happy. XLB. To be honest, I think this team needs a shake-up. The locker room is not in good shape. Okay, I hear a lot of feedback like yours. Thanks for the input. Happy with the group we have. No problems need to be part of the solution. There you go. If it's negative, positive. There you go. Be a part of the solution, man. I know I can trust you. I just know these guys. Montreal, we lose 3-1. Maybe I don't know these guys. Okay, game against Washington, and then back-to-back games against, and then a back-to-back game in that case against St. Louis. Heljanko was not feeling great, but we win in a shootout 2-1, so it doesn't matter. Actually, it does, but still. Hamonic, injured with a sprained ankle till November 15th, so maybe we get a chance to see what they do in St. Louis. It'll probably be XLB. We lose 3-1. Okay, so XLB would have been on the penalty kill as well, so I'm not sure about that. I definitely want to figure out what's going on there. Let's see. XLB, I have to admit, I'm pretty upset with my ice time lately. I can see the point you're making. I'll consider some possible changes. So maybe because he's an 81, maybe the other guy got the time. So, guys, do you think we should send down that other guy then? Should we send down Klimchuk? I think I want to keep up Klimchuk. He looks like the much more ready NHL defenseman, and I like him a lot more. So we'll move up Zadorov for a second there. I think that might be a better change to make. Offensively, let's just make it honest. We want to have our best players here. You know what? We'll try Bozen there. Svechnikov is getting power play time. And what the heck? We got some minus players here. It's probably the first line. Let's check them out. See how they're doing. Sorry, I'm flashing a lot. Only 3 points and a -1. 4+4 with 6 points, and 4 points with 3 goals and a -1. What the heck? Is our fourth line doing amazing? It's our fourth line. It's our insane fourth line. Let's see how Salinen's doing. 2 goals, 1 assist. There you go. Defense. Sproul. Oh my gosh. 8 points. He's leading our team in points once again, it seems. Wow. I just don't understand that. Zadorov -4. Maybe he needs more time. DeKaiser +4. Nimnin +3. Klimchuk starting. He's a lot less physical, but he's pretty physical. He's not as physical. He's much more physical. I mean, strength. Yeah, I'd say Zadorov play him with the weaker guy. We'll try that. We can always move Nimelin back down, but we'll try that for now. And that should be it. So let me know what you guys think about the lines. I think we should send down XLB, guys. And you know what? I think we actually should check out the AHL, see how Vikingstad's doing, if he's ready to come back from his whining. Turgeon's not bad. Again, depth forward, we could use him. Vikingstad is an 81, and it looks like he could be an 82, I believe. Or that's just Morale is still down. But I would really like to bring up Vikingstad as well. So I think I'll bring up Vikingstad, guys, and I'll move down XLB, because XLB, although he's a defense, you know what, I might actually make a trade. I'm not sure, but you guys can let me know. I think it's good to have that depth, though. We definitely should keep it. But you guys can let me know. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to end it off there. So next episode, by the way, guys, I want you to know what you think of line combinations. Think of line combinations. Think of what is weak on our team. What could we use? What could we change? I wouldn't mind trading for a top-notch defenseman, maybe with trading one of our top 4 defensemen like DeKaiser or Zadorov. And we could, or Nimelin and Exelby along with them, one of the younger defensemen, to go with one of the more top 4 defensemen. And then you can get a guy who's like 86, 87, 88, maybe even 89, depending on age and contract. So you guys can let me know what you think about that. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bosun too good with them 9 points. Oh my gosh, Rule. Filthy Norris. Bring the beat back.